Welcome back. They got away. That's something police don't enjoy putting in their reports. But last week, that's exactly what happened. 2 people were able to avoid arrest after a police pursuit last Wednesday that started in North Stafford and ended in a wreck in Dumfries. That's according to the Stafford County Sheriff's Office. A deputy was patrolling a little before midnight in the area of Garrisonville and Dockstone roads when he observed a vehicle swerving in the roadway. The deputy put his lights on for a traffic stop, and the vehicle pulled up to the gas pumps at the 7-Eleven at the corner of Garrisonville and Mine Roads. As he approached the vehicle, the deputy detected the odor of marijuana. The driver then accelerated and sped off out of the parking lot with the Sheriff's Department cruiser in hot pursuit. It was a long chase, right out of Smokey and the Bandit. The vehicle headed north on Interstate 95 and eventually into Prince William County before the driver took exit 152 into Dumfries. The vehicle entered a neighborhood and then struck a parked car. The driver and passenger then fled on foot, and a search by officers from Stafford, Prince William, and the Virginia State Police could not locate the pair. The investigation is in progress, and deputies are working to identify the subjects. Anyone with information concerning the crime is asked to call the Stafford County Sheriff's Department at 540-658-4000. Remember, you don't have to give your name, but they could really use some information. Well, a lot of us, myself included, buy bottled water, often at a considerable markup, assuming it's safer than tap water. Besides, in the plastic container, usually complete with an image of a waterfall and a peaceful stream on the label, it looks clean. But hold on a moment. You could be paying a lot for water that's potentially more hazardous than anything you'll get from the tap. Consumer Reports, an organization we all know, it's a nonprofit group that tests and evaluates all sorts of products, conducted an extensive study on bottled water. What they found were unusually high levels of arsenic. Arsenic is a poison. Remember the play Arsenic and Old Lace. And it's also a known carcinogenic. In fact, federal standards allow a maximum of 10 parts per billion in bottled water, at which point drinking that water would be considered dangerous to drink. However, there is also research that suggests that this federal standard isn't such a good benchmark. Research suggests that drinking water with as little as 3 parts per billion of arsenic, if consumed regularly, can also be dangerous. In total, Consumer Reports identified 11 brands out of more than 130 that they tested or reviewed that had detectable amounts of arsenic. Of those, 6 had levels of 3 parts per billion or higher. These brands are Starkey, which is owned by Whole Foods, Peñafiel, owned by Cougar Dr. Pepper, Crystal Geyser, Alpine Spring Water, Volvic, owned by Danone, and 2 regional brands, Crystal Creamery and Earth H2O. Consumer Reports noted that more than 2,000 cases of Starkey were recalled from late 2016 to 2017 after regulators found an impermissible level of arsenic beyond the federally mandated threshold of 10 parts per billion. A year later, so we're getting into 2018, Consumer Reports said that the levels of arsenic, based on their test, were still high enough to pose risk if regularly consumed. So I'm going to stick with tap water for the time being. That's just my opinion. Now over to Kerr, Colucci and the weekend weather report.
Hi, I'm Kerr Colucci with CVTV Weekend Weather, and here's your update for this weekend. In the immortal words of Dexter Poindexter, it is going to be hot, hot, hot. On Friday, we are looking at highs in the mid to upper 90s. The humidity, it's going to feel like it is 100 degrees, folks. So make sure that you stay hydrated, make sure that you stay in the shade, and don't be outside for extended periods of time. In the evening, we are looking at the potential for some scattered thunderstorms simply because of the heat and humidity. Saturday, we're looking at much of the same. However, our highs are now jumping to that 98 degree mark. That's right, it's going to be in the upper 90s, but it is going to feel well over 100, well, maybe around 105. With that humidity, chance of a scattered thunderstorm here or there is still a possibility, about a 20% possibility. So again, make sure that you stay hydrated if you're going to be outside. Make sure that you take some breaks in the shade because it is going to be, that's right, Hot, hot, hot. And on Sunday, we are looking at the same things, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at highs. It might cool off just a few degrees because we're looking at highs in the mid 90s, only around 94, 95 degrees. That humidity is going to level off just a little bit, so it's actually going to feel like about 95 degrees. So, what is the key for the weekend? Hot, hot, hot. We're only about day 3 into a 12-day heat streak. Make sure that you stay hydrated. Make sure that you stay indoors. If you are going to be outdoors, get indoors to cool off a little bit. Stay in the shade. Make sure that you are taking care of the elderly and young children because that heat, it's a brutal one. I'm Kerr Colucci with CVTV Weekend Weather. Make it a great week.